All right, guys, here we go. South Korea versus Chechia in Group A of the FIFA World Cup 2026, the second World Cup game. And hopefully, it's not a snooze fest like the Mexico South Africa one was, because that was kind of a dull game. I have a feeling this one might be a little bit more exciting. How are we doing, guys? Hey, you're a fucking legend. Your commentary of the AFCON final was all I had while riding in a bus in Australia. Well, welcome. I'm glad. I'm glad that you were able to get some commentary here. So we are going to be doing live watch along here on the 11 Yanks channel, presented by FanDuel. Tack should be joining us in a little bit. Might be in and out somewhat, like I was this morning. But how are you guys doing? Do you guys have a score prediction for this game? Someone says, let's go. The wait felt like forever this World Cup. Joseph Cochran, 100%. It's finally here, guys. It's finally here. I'm rooting for South Korea because those K-pop girls are hot. Hey, whatever works for you. Someone's saying 2-0 South Korea. My prediction for this is 1-1 because the Czech Republic or Chechia also has a very good team. Someone's saying 3-1 to South Korea. Interesting. Don't forget, this Chechia team beat Denmark to get here. Do you find it weird that Jesse Marsh can't keep the USMNT's name out of his mouth? No, because that's the job that he still wanted. Like, he always wanted the US. That was his dream, and then he didn't get it. And the dude cannot get over it. But it's not a great look for the final presser before a game for you to be talking about another team that is not involved in your game and not even in your group. Right? If I'm a Canadian fan, I'm like, dude, focus. He also signed he also signed a new contract with Canada that'll take him beyond this World Cup. So I don't know what to tell you. Chechia is not pronounced the way you say it, Pete. Ivan Petrov. Okay, good call. Put it in the chat, the pronunciation of it, so I get this right. I can also look it up. Chechia. Sorry, my bad. Chechia. Sup, Pete? Did you see it was reported that Julio and Ciso will play against us? Yes, I saw those reports. The way I see it is this. They're going to release things. They're always trying to throw everybody off their game. That's why Poch is not saying who's going to play tomorrow either. Maybe he'll play, maybe he won't, right? Whatever it is, we should be able to beat Paraguay. It's going to be a very tough game, and it's not going to be easy, but whether he's there, half fit, or whether he's not there, it shouldn't really matter in the long run. We should find a way to go and get the win one way or another, right? But we're here to look at South Korea versus Czechia. Let's have a look at the starting lineup here on FOTMob. Now, I am not going to try and pronounce all of these names, but obviously there's a few that you guys know. Ranak here from Hoffenheim, their center back. Suchek, Thomas Suchek, that's how you pronounce it, I think, from West Ham. And then, of course, their best player and probably their most well-known player, Patrick Schick from Bayer Leverkusen. Most of their players play in Eastern Europe or in the Dutch league. One or two others. I think Chechia is also from in the Premier League. Yeah, and then of course for South Korea, some big names: Heung Son, who everybody knows from Tottenham, now at LAFC. Hwang In-beom, who's at Feyenoord, I think. Yes, he's at Feyenoord, starting in midfield. And Jae-sung Lee, who's at Mainz. And then, of course, the Bayern Munich defender Kim Min-jae, or Min-jae Kim, depending on how you pronounce it or how you say it. So both teams, I would say, are pretty even in terms of talent. But it's going to be interesting to see because Czechia, we haven't seen at a World Cup for God knows how long. I think the last time Czechia was in a World Cup was over 20 years ago. Yes, Kang In Lee as well. Kang In Lee right here. But no, that's Jae-sung Lee. Kang In Lee. Nope, that's Tae-sok Lee. This is Kang In Lee from Paris Saint-Germain. Duh, how did I forget him? So, yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty even game. I'm very curious to see who's going to come out on top. My prediction for this game is 1-1. How was the Mexico game with Tack? Says George the Monkey Drummer. I was at work. I couldn't watch it. I hear both sides played horrifically. Do you think Mexico tops with the red? I think I'll know more after this game. Like, I'm really curious how this game goes, and you'll see what they look like. But I'll say, considering how bad South Africa was, Mexico should have got more goals. They should have been a blowout, especially going down to 10 men for most of the second half and then eventually 9 men. Look, Mexico will be happy to take the win. It's the opening game. It's at home. There's obviously pressure. And so you don't want to slip up on that opening game. I get it. And getting 3 points and a clean sheet, always a good thing. But Mexico did not exactly play well. Hopefully, for their own sake, they can start playing better in their next couple of games. But I think this game here, South Korea, Czechia, will tell us a lot about this group and where Mexico might finish. Right now, they look like the favorites to top this group playing at home. South Korea has 5 Lees in the lineup. I know there's a lot of Lees there. Jeremiah Gonzalez says should be more entertaining than whatever the hell the opening match was. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, I hope so. God, I don't know if we can do another boring game. How are you guys feeling? What have you been up to? Anyone got fun weekend plans apart from the World Cup? I mean, obviously tomorrow we have the US Paraguay, so that's how are you feeling about that? Is anyone feeling nervous, excited, terrified, confident? Where are you emotionally? How are you feeling about it? The game should start in about 7-8 minutes here. What happened to the wall of Lee? I mean, let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lees. This Lee, Han Bom Lee, plays at Midtjylland, FC Midtjylland. That's in the Danish Superliga, and of course Kim Min Jae plays at Bayern. Gi Hyuk Lee plays for Gangwon FC. That's in the Korean League. And then obviously Mainz for him, and Kang In Lee from some tiny club people might have heard of called Paris Saint-Germain. Scared and excited. Thanks for doing the stream, bro. No, you're very welcome. We're going to be doing a lot of World Cup streams right here. Confidence, says University Traveler. I'm renewing my password this weekend so I can stay in Japan. LOL. If by weekend plans you mean watching the games from the moment I get up to sleeping, then yes. Yeah, me too. I'm definitely going to be watching all the games. Not going to stream all of them, but going to stream a lot of the interesting ones, at least in the first in the group stage. Once we get to the knockout rounds, Tack and I are going to take turns streaming all of the knockout games. So we'll be here with you the entire World Cup. Nervous as it's an opener and not sure how we will react to Paraguay's physicality. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's my worry too, is like we have the better players. It's not that big of a gap, but we do have better players on some level if you consider the overall level of our starting lineup. But they're going to make it a chippy game, and how we respond to that is going to depend a lot how it goes. Got another super chat here. Greetings from Lehigh, Utah. What do you think of Slonina wanting out of Chelsea? Apparently, he might be able to stay in Europe. There's interest. Wherever he goes, it needs to be somewhere where he's going to be the starter and he can continue to develop as a player, because it's gone really poorly for him at Chelsea, not helped by his own poor spells at Eupen in Belgium. And then in the third division in England, he didn't exactly play well either. So it's really on Gaga. Go find somewhere, recalibrate, start your career. It's sort of like starting from scratch again. He's got to go and prove himself because there's a lot of doubts about his ability. So yeah, 100% I think he should leave Chelsea. He's just a training goalkeeper there. Even if it means coming back to MLS, go somewhere, come here where you're going to start and recalibrate. That's, I think, the word that, he needs to focus on at this point in his career. South Korea have a really nice jersey. It's a really nice red with some streaks through it. It looks really good. That South Korean jersey is fire. Germany was pretty physical the other day. We handled it pretty well, but the stakes of the tournament may change that. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's like very different when there's pressure, right? V Jets paid 11. Did you reward the Seattle tickets? Yes, I did. I did that last Wednesday. We did that last Wednesday. 2 very lucky winners got them, and they are headed to Seattle to watch the US play versus Australia. Australia, however they say it over there. All right, so that's the Korean team. The Chechia. Heat, you should aim for 30,000 subs with the World Cup. I would love that, but I can't, I can't decide how many people sub. I just got to keep creating content and doing live watch-alongs and focusing on that. And then however it goes, people can subscribe or not subscribe. Someone says, I live in Seattle, but not paying $1,000 for a ticket. Nope. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Jack from Deadball says South Korea are the hottest guys. Okay. Well, I don't really judge them on their hotness level, but I don't know. It feels like some people are underestimating this Czechia team. You have to remember they beat Denmark to get here, so I don't think this is going to be a walkover. Hey, Zach.
Hey, I was almost falling asleep on the couch.
Oh, okay. You made it. You made it. Uh,
uh,
lineups are out. I would say these two teams are fairly even on talent. I don't think there's a huge gap either way. Both have some good players playing at very high levels, right? Whether that's Patrick Schick, or Kim Min Jae for Korea, right? Or Lee Kang
I would
In Lee.
say South Korea probably has a few like better players, the top players.
I mean, I think Kang In Lee is probably better than Patrick Schick. Yes, and I think Kim Min Jae is better than any defender or center
So they
back
have
that
the best
Czechia
defender and
has.
the best forward. Yeah, I don't know about like how well rounded
I don't
both
know if they
teams
have
are.
the best forward. I don't think Son is better than Patrick Schick right now.
Oh,
Do you think he's better than Patrick Schick?
I'm putting the forward as like the front three of each team, right? So
Oh, like that.
Kangli,
Yeah.
yeah. So they would have the best one. Son and Patrick Schick, dude, it's probably the same level because Son was a much better player, like undoubtedly before.
He was. I'm very curious to see what he's going to look like in this World Cup. He's kind of struggled for LAFC this year, and that might be an LAFC problem. He hasn't struggled for Korea at all. So, yeah,
So
it's
they
going to
have.
be interesting to see how this goes.
I'm
What's your
looking at
prediction
a
for this game?
2-1 South Korea.
Okay, mine is 1-1. Mine is 1-1.
It's
We'll see, though.
um, it's the thing with South Korea is that they've been super inconsistent this cycle, right? Now, mind you, they
That's the
changed
problem.
coaches. That they started the Jurgen Klinsmann. Um, I just think they have better players, and I guess we're about to find out, right? These are two teams that we're not overly familiar with because you don't get to watch them all the time, right? No one's
No,
watching
no, you
Czechia
don't.
here in the US, and in South Korea we're kind of following them, seeing what happens here and there, but we're not constantly watching them play, right?
No,
These are not the top teams like Argentina, Brazil, France, Germany, Spain that you really know what's going on. And I don't even remember, was Czechia even in the Euros?
it's a great question. I don't think so. Were they?
If they were, they didn't make it to the knockout rounds because I watched all the knockout rounds. So 2020
They were in the Euros. They got grouped. Drew
that
with
makes
Georgia, lost to Turkey 2-1, and lost to Portugal 2-1. So they were in the Euros. Narrowly didn't qualify from their group. But if you can beat Denmark, who's a tough team to get here, you deserve respect.
but it's a
I think
one-off
both of
game.
these teams are better. It's a one-off game. True. This is a one-off game too. I think both of these teams are better than South Africa for sure. That South Africa,
I
wow,
hope so. I hope so.
that was bad. I mean, if Mexico played like that against the US, I think we would have beat them.
Yeah, it's different because then it's a derby, but yeah, the way South Africa played, I was shocked, dude. I don't know how they qualified. They finished ahead
Yeah,
of Nigeria, and South Africa couldn't connect two passes. And the game was so weird that when they got a red card, they started to look better.
yeah, it was super weird.
And but they still didn't really create anything. The only play they had was probably the red card they got for them.
Yeah, no, that was pretty bad. They created nothing, but Mexico looked very nervous the whole game. They looked very nervy. Even after they scored, I thought they would shake off the rust and they would kind of start a free flowing attack, but they really didn't. It was still very tentative for Mexico, and I was surprised. And that could be first game syndrome, right? There's pressure, there's a first game. You don't want to lose, especially at home. They're usually under a lot of pressure at Azteca. So we'll see how they look in their second game. But this one, I think we're going to learn a lot about this group now that we've seen all four teams after this one. Then we can talk more about like I had in my bracket I had Mexico first and South Africa fourth in my group. I wasn't sure if I think I had South Korea second and Czechia third, but I had South Africa fourth. So we'll see how this game goes today.
Yeah, the thing is, the World Cup is very weird, and many people are saying South Africa didn't look like themselves before. So, would you be surprised if, for example, South Korea and Czechia play a good game today, right? They look competent, and then South Africa beats Czechia next week.
I would not be surprised. No, it's the
That's
World
the
Cup.
one thing. The stadium's also not sold out, dude. It looks
No, it's Guadalajara, but also it's in Guadalajara. Like, how many Mexicans are going to go watch Czechia versus South Korea?
yeah, it's probably what 75%
Maybe
maybe.
70, 75% full. Yeah. Game has kicked off, guys. Game has kicked off. I'm about 20 seconds behind FOM. I ordered an antenna, by the way. So antenna's arriving tomorrow.
I'm
So I'll
with
be able
you
to
right
watch.
now because I'm not using the antenna because so the game's not on Fox, right?
No.
It's on Telemundo and I think Fox Sports. So Fox Sports is not in the antenna. So what I'm doing is I'm watching it on Telemundo, which I don't have that in my antenna because I just don't get the signal here. So I'm watching it on Peacock.
Yeah, I'm watching it on Peacock also.
Yeah, so
So we're about
I'm
the
with you.
same place. We're about at the same place then. So far, pretty scrappy. Lots of head tennis being played.
It looks more fast tempo, fast paced than the first game.
Yeah, the pitch looks really good. I see zero problems with the pitch. I know there's a lot of complaining about the pitch before the World Cup started. This pitch looks great.
This game is also under the lights, right? So it looks better.
It does look better, yeah.
It looks more like a World Cup game. Actually, the stands are not as empty as it looks because the problem is like the Korean fans are wearing the same color as the
They're
stands.
wearing this, yes, the
So
stands
it's
are red.
probably more like 80 to 90% full. That's not too bad, dude. For it's not too bad for this game in Mexico.
I mean, but World Cups should be sold out. It's probably prices, ticket prices,
Yeah, dude,
you
but
know?
Algeria and Jordan aren't selling out. If you
No,
look,
anywhere in
Algeria
the
and
world.
Jordan, look, if there's anyone from Algeria and Jordan in the chat, I apologize for this. If you gave me free tickets, free parking, I'm still not leaving my house to go watch Algeria and Jordan. Now, if
In
you
a
give
World
me,
Cup, I would 100% go.
no, I wouldn't leave my
I
house.
would. It's a World Cup game. I'd still go for the fun of it.
No, I'm the unless you gave me VIP section, free food, then I would go to that one. Algeria, Jordan, I'm sorry, I don't even count that as a World Cup game.
Wow, you're tough to please, Tack. If any
No, but
ticket people are listening and you have tickets to Algeria, Jordan, give them to me. I would go.
I might even give you the if they weren't so expensive, I'd just give you as punishment.
Punishment. Algeria, Jordan, where's that one being played?
Let me check for you. Algeria versus Jordan. Okay.
Only about 3 minutes in so far.
San
Korea is trying to get
Francisco.
a foothold.
Not
Oh,
that
it's
far
not
from
far
you.
from me. It's not far from me.
Dude, it's also at 8 p.m. It's like late.
8 p.m. for you, but for
No,
me,
for
it's
you.
5.
It's 11 for me, dude. I'm not watching
Oh,
that game.
I
I'm
would
falling
still
asleep.
go. If I was in that city, if I was in San Francisco and I could get free tickets, I would 100% go. 100%. It's a World Cup game. It's a World Cup game. I'd still go. Okay, Pete, remember the Nations League 2023 Haitian guy with giant AS? Imagine if he scores in the World Cup. Wait, which Haitian guy? Gold Cup Nations League 2023. We didn't play Haiti in the Nations League. The guy with Beeble scored a banger. That will be epic. Do you remember this?
No, I don't think we played Haiti in the one before COVID, right? No, it was Cuba. When did we play Haiti in the Nations League? We played Haiti in the Gold Cup.
In the Gold Cup, but not in the Nations League. And maybe you mean the Gold Cup. You must mean the Gold Cup in 23. So far, it's been pretty back and forth. Yeah, Moisey, try to clarify what you mean, because I'm a little lost there. Pretty
Let me
back and
just
forth.
let me just ask the chat this before you try anything, guys. Is Pete's mic cracking a little bit, or maybe it's just it's Pete's mic? Yeah, someone put there. Your mic is like cracking, like in my stream as well.
How about now?
Clean.
Is that better or worse or
Yeah.
the same?
No, now it's good. 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 No, now it's
Say
good, Pete.
something.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I had the earphones plugged in. Maybe that's what was messing with it a little bit. All right.
No.
So Korea has the ball right now. No one's really created any clear-cut chances yet. But so far, this already looks like a better game than Mexico, South Africa.
Well, both teams look competent, while the other one, Mexico, looked competent, and South Africa looked like they didn't know what they were doing there.
Yeah.
Dude, the way South Africa played today, they would struggle in MLS, dude. Roldan would be one of their best players for what I saw today.
Yeah, it was that bad. It was that bad.
They look like a trash, like Gold Cup team.
Yeah, it was horrible. I was like, how did they make it to a World Cup? I know they beat Nigeria to get here, but like, damn. There wasn't no tempo also. It was really slow. This one looks much more high tempo so far.
And the Korean players are so slick with the ball. I love it the way they play. It's a little bit like Japan.
Yes. So
So skilled.
technical, so
Yeah.
quick.
They've looked better than Czechia in these first few minutes.
Yes.
On the ball, at least.
Someone's asking, is Chris Richards starting tomorrow? I keep seeing he's ready to go, but what else would they say? We don't know, right? Poch is not going to give anything away. He's not going to give the opponent anything to prepare for. We have no idea. We're just going to have to find out. Do you think he's starting?
Yeah, I think so. He was already
I
training. He was already training before our last friendly. I think they just like didn't want to risk it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens tomorrow. We need him. We need him. How do you think we would stack up versus this Korea team? Well, we lost to this Korea team in a friendly about 9 months ago, and we didn't have our full first team there, but it was still pretty bad. Um, that was before we went on that little run, right, where we beat Japan, we drew with Ecuador, we beat Australia, we beat Paraguay, we beat Uruguay. Right before that was, um, right before that was that loss to South Korea. It was mostly in the first half, and that was actually the game where we switched to a back three. We switched to a back three, and the second half we looked a lot better. And ever since then, we've been playing in a back three. It's a hybrid back three, back four, but essentially still a back three in possession, especially in the build-outs. Ooh, this game looks so much more fun already. Look, this
Yeah.
Korea jersey is fire attack. I love this Korea jersey.
Same with the Czechia one. They're both good.
They're both great.
Did you see that the Curaçao away jersey? You can't find it. It's sold out. It looks amazing, and it's sold out. You can't find it.
Really? The Curacao away?
Curaçao away. Look it up. It's like a pale yellowish, and it has the retro Adidas logo on it, and the three stripes with three different. It looks nice. It's very nice, but
Oh,
you
wow.
can't find it. I tried finding it for sale on the Adidas store.
Free kick for Korea here on the right-hand side. So Moisey says, Nations League in Austin, T. Tobago, the BBL guy. Nations League in, oh, we played Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, Trinidad and Tobago, the BBL guy. Who's the BBL guy?
So there's a guy with a big butt. I don't remember.
I don't remember this guy. We were in Austin. We were in the stadium for that game.
But how would I remember? There was a guy with. Oh yeah, there was one player that was a little looked a little out of shape. I remember that now.
Oh, okay. Wait, Korea swings this in. Oh, terrible. Easily cleared. That was low and didn't clear the first man. Someone says that's Raheem Sterling.
Korea looks a lot better than Czechia. The thing with Czechia is apparently they score a lot through set pieces.
Set pieces. Yeah,
Yeah. So
I could see that.
I guess that's the thing. They'll defend well and they'll try to get like a set piece. Korea's been is a much better team. It's pretty obvious early on. BBL, I think it's Brazilian butt lift. So just a
Yeah,
big butt. So now I'm looking at it. They're asking, is the stadium sold out? I think it pretty much is.
close.
Probably 90%.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's very close. There's a few empty seats and you can see them. But I mean, it's mostly sold out. Corner? Corner for Korea here. Yeah, it's been all Korea the last 5-6 minutes. It's not a
Well,
large stadium to begin with, isn't it? Though
it's 50,
is it
right? 50,000. It's not
50
small.
is large? I consider that large. Not like an MLS stadium that's like 20,000, 25,000 people.
Let me see if it's 50. It's yeah, it's about so um it's Chivas Stadium, right? So it's actually 45,000? 45.
So it's not as big, which makes
No,
sense
no,
to
but
put.
wait, there's also Stadio Jalisco, which is 55,000. Is this the one?
Well, according to them, Guadalajara Stadium, that is, they have to call it something else, right? They can't call it by its normal name.
Yeah. So it's 45,000. It's not small.
It's not small. It's not as big as Azteca for sure.
No, but that's the
Oh, wait.
biggest one there. I mean, like, aren't the Canadian stadiums tiny? Like the one in Toronto's tiny. It's the MLS
That's the
one.
smallest one.
Yeah.
BMO, it's 30,000. The only MLS stadium being used. Let me pull the FOMOB back up. All right, here comes Korea. Yeah, it's been all Korea. Czechia are just defending for their lives.
Yeah, but Korea has to create something.
Yeah, I haven't created yet. That's a great pass. Oh, poor touch. Poor touch.
They're way better, and Czechia is just gonna try to defend, and set piece. And well, Son has a very nice tan. He's having a good time in LA, isn't he?
Yeah, he definitely is.
LA
Oof.
summer.
Blocked.
Jeff
Um,
Jeff Carey has something to say.
I'm sure he does. Would you do a collab with Michael Talks Football? I don't know who that is, but sure. I'm always open to doing collabs with people. You know this guy, Michael Talks Football?
Yeah, yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I'm always open. If people reach out and want to do collabs, I'm always open. I just have to look at my schedule and see when I'm free. Koreans are beautiful people. Yeah, yes, they are. They definitely are, Jeff. Just don't invite them to your van. You'll be fine.
Just don't interact with them, Jeff.
Yeah.
In
Keep
general.
away from them.
Yeah.
Keep away from them. Let them
Like
be.
leave them alone.
All right, 13 minutes in. Foul. Ref says play on. Goes down the left. Sort of at
Yes.
a half chance so far for Korea. Czechia are looking difficult to break down.
Yeah, that's why I hate the fact that this team qualified.
Who,
I
Czechia over
yeah, I
Denmark?
hate teams that play. Denmark would have actually played.
Yes.
They're not gonna play Czechia. They're just gonna defend and try to get a set piece.
Yes.
Korea's actually
Very
playing
good
proper
transition.
soccer. Good shot,
Oh,
good shot.
good shot. Good save. That's from
Korea's
distance.
Korea's playing proper soccer while Czechia is just I hate teams
Yeah.
like this.
Yes. What Paraguay might do to us tomorrow.
I think they'll play more. I think they
More than
will.
this. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Australia will do this exactly.
Australia will do this, yeah. I've seen Paraguay play, dude. I don't think they're gonna bunker.
No, I don't think they're going to bunker, but I think they're going to make it a very physical game. They're going to try to win duels. They're going to not give us any time and space on the ball, especially early on. They're going to try to make us nervous. That's how you attack a host early on, especially the
Yeah,
US.
but
They'll know that we're mentally fragile.
they'll try to hold possession, and unlike Czechia, that God knows what they're doing here.
Yeah, this is just pure bunker ball.
The only difference between Czechia and South Africa is one, they're much more organized, clearly. They clearly have a plan here, right? Of what they're gonna do.
Yes.
And when they get the ball, their players don't look like they're amateur players like South Africa.
Yeah. Melamodi Sunrise. Was that where all the players from? I was looking at the lineup and they're all from Melanodi Sunrise. It sounded like a cocktail.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's and they
Czechia
didn't look
steals the
like
ball. Oh,
and
blocked.
they didn't
Corner.
look like they were well coached.
No, terribly coached. Terribly coached. And they kept playing out of the back while losing the ball. They'd lose the ball and they'd try playing out the back again. Mamelodi, that's what it is. Thank you, Rutvig. Yes, Patrick Schick is playing. He's starting. So Czechia had their first sort of attack. Well defended. Should be a corner. That's where they can be dangerous, right?
Yeah, they already did more than South Africa just in that play.
Yes. Oh, no, cleared. Really don't even
People,
clear it.
people are
Great.
gonna think we just hate South Africa.
I mean, to me, it's kind of annoying to be like the opening game of a World Cup, and that's the spectacle you put on. Free kick now for South Korea, right-hand side of the box. Risto Stoikov used to coach Mamelodi Sundowns. I did not know that. That's interesting.
The funny thing about Mexico is they got the win today, and then they lost Cesar Montes, and that might help. That might actually cost them the next game.
Yeah, their next game's against Korea.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a tough game.
Without arguably their best defender.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. And that was such a stupid, unnecessary foul, too. Could have just stayed with him. He didn't need to go and tackle him.
Not even, dude. That guy's so bad. He was just gonna run out of bounds with the ball. He wasn't gonna do
Yeah.
anything.
Ooh, nah, terrible. Terrible
There's no
free kick.
threat from that South African team. I mean, they could change it maybe in the other ones, but they look as bad as 2010 South Africa that got grouped at home.
Yeah. No, it was pretty bad. All right, guys, hit the like button if you haven't already. It helps other people to find the stream. It helps us get the channels, get more popular. So people have been asking about what games we're going to call. TAC is going to do live watch-alongs for obviously Brazil and then a lot of the other South American teams as well. I'm going to be doing interesting matchups like all the Canada games for sure, some Morocco, Haiti games when they're not playing Brazil, Senegal, France. I'm going to do a bunch of interesting matchups and just basically stream the ones that I want to stream. So come hang out for a bunch of those. I'm going to do at least one every day. So at least one of the games every day, I'm going to live stream. So, and then of course, obviously, if you're a US fan, guys, live watch alongs at Tactical Manager TV. We start an hour before the game. I'm there for most of it. Then after the game, we go to 11 Yanks here for the post game. I'm going to do Japan versus the Netherlands. Yes. We're both going to stream USA together, Ivan. Ivan. It's my brother-in-law's name.
Ivan or Ivan?
Yeah. Huh?
How do we know if it's Ivan or Ivan?
I think it's Ivan because he refers to himself as Ivan. And he's Serbian, so I'm sure he knows. Senegal, France should be a fantastic game. So should Norway. Yeah.
I had
Oh, they're
this.
doing the wave. Look at that.
I had
Doing the
this.
wave.
I had this teacher in high school that his name was spelled David, David, but he would get angry when we would call him David because he would say it's Davi. It's Davi because that's probably how you pronounce it in whatever Latin country he was from, right? But it was spelled David. And I don't really know how do we know the difference when you read it.
Yeah. I don't know either. It's hard to tell just from reading, but Ivan Petrov is saying, I pronounce in Yvan, Tak. I am Bulgarian, Pete. So maybe for Bulgarians, it's Yvan. I am calling it now. The winner of this game will win the group, says Misael, the drummer. Potentially. Potentially. The World Cups are so short and so weird. It's so hard to know. Like, do you remember Japan? Who did they beat? They beat
They
Germany.
beat they
Game.
beat Germany or Spain, then they rotated, they lost to Costa Rica, and then they beat Germany or Spain, whatever one was after.
Yeah. Yeah. They lost to Costa Rica, which you would never expect. But weird stuff happens all the time. It would be wild if South Africa goes and beats Czechia in the next game. Okay, long ball from Czechia, headed down, easily cleared by Korea.
I think also the big thing is international soccer is much more unpredictable because these teams don't have many games together. So the teams
Yes.
in general are not as cohesive as a club. And the scouting is not as accurate as it is with clubs, right? Like when you get a scouting report from a club, the scout has watched like 20 games in a row. Like
Yes.
for international soccer, it's very hard for you to get the same lineup, so you don't know what you're gonna get, approach. It's just very complicated. So it becomes a bit more chaotic. And then you add the fact that the World Cup is a short tournament, you get some weird results sometimes.
Yeah. Corner for Czechia here. Korea better be careful. If Czechia score off a corner, they're going to really be a problem. They're just going to bunker the rest of the game.
Pete, I'm gonna go get a snack and hop in,
Yeah.
hop out, hop in, hop
Yeah. Yeah.
out. If
Sounds
for
good.
some reason I never come back, it's because I fell asleep, but I doubt it. I'm not gonna fall asleep.
That's fine. You're good. All good,
All
Tack.
right. See you soon.
See ya. All right. Floated in for Czechia. Korea clears. Czechia still has the ball. They're not doing badly, Czechia. They've got some little good attacks going. They've got their set pieces and their crosses. And so far, they've kept Korea at bay. Again, long ball over the top from the keeper down the right. But there's only two guys in the box. Can't put a cross in there with only two guys in. That's another corner for Czechia. Czechia kind of on the ascendancy here. 21 minutes already. This game is way better than the opener. Oh, yeah, so much better than the opener. So much better. All right, lofts it in. Schick. Oh, just wide. Oh, that was a good chance for Czechia. A really good chance. That could have been 1-0. Felt like it kind of bounced off of him here. I flicked on. Oh, it came off his thigh. Oh, it came off. Oh, it came off the inside of his calf. Oh man, you got to put that on target. That was a good chance for Czechia. Pete, are you going to any games? No. As of right now, I'm not going to any games. Too expensive. And also doing mostly coverage on YouTube. Thank you guys for your amazing soccer coverage and fun watch-alongs. Oh, of course. Thank you. Thanks for being here, man. This is our community. This is where we get to watch soccer together. So thanks for being here. And thanks for the super chat. Hydration break. In other words, marketing timeout. So I'm watching it on Peacock. Peacock takes from Telemundo. So I'm curious if Telemundo is actually going to do commercials the way that Fox did. I don't think they're going to. Pete, thoughts on the hydration break? I don't have a problem with a hydration break. I have a problem with a hydration break as cover to insert commercials into our experience. Right now, there's a hydration break, and this is on Telemundo, and so far there have been 0 ads. Fox would already have cut to an ad. So if Telemundo's not showing commercials, I'm watching the rest of the World Cup on Telemundo. I'm not watching it on Fox. Fuck that. Confirmed. Fox went to ads. Yeah, exactly. Fox goes to ads. Telemundo is great if you speak Spanish, or even if you don't speak Spanish. Just watch the game, you know? Like, I don't speak Spanish very well, a few words here and there, but I don't speak it, but I'd rather watch on Telemundo, or watch it on Telemundo, mute it, and then just do the live watch along with me and Tack. DAZN has commercials. Yeah, that's Europe for you. So far, I would say this has been a pretty even game, but Czechia has actually created 1 or 2 decent chances. Korea had the one from distance. But other than that, I actually think Czechia's, they haven't been the better team, but they've definitely created better chances than Korea has. Oh, look at the Korean fans. I love Mexico and Korea fans just sitting next to each other for this game. All right, they're coming back from the hydration break, and there was no commercials. Well done, Telemundo. You just got me for the rest of the World Cup. I'm gonna be right back, guys. All right, we're back. Mexico loves Korea because we grouped Germany in 2018 by beating them, allowing Mexico to advance. That's right. That's right. You're going for South Korea, Czechia 1-1. Yeah, that was my prediction too. I think 1-1 or some kind of a draw here. Because even though I think Korea's wow, he really ripped his jersey. You have to go change your jersey, man. It's ripped. You can see your whole back. Wow, he ripped that right off his back. His first World Cup jersey. It's a tearaway, man. Yeah, both teams look pretty decent. I know Korea has the better players, but I think so far Czechia has acquitted themselves really well. That Czech got Westoned. Nice one. All right, 460 people in the chat, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already. All right, new shirt for Salk. I guess he didn't call the foul. Should have been a foul. Yeah, they're going long. Look at this free kick from the goalkeeper, and everyone's right on the line. They're going to try to win aerial balls. Didn't work this time. Oh, but Chechia won it back, and it goes all the way to the Korean goalkeeper. Dang. Imagine what Thierry Henry and Zlatan think of when having to sit next to Alexi Lalas and hear his hot takes. I promise you they think he's a buffoon. I promise you they think he's a buffoon. Richards play tomorrow. Supposedly fit. We'll see when the starting lineup comes out. I have my doubts, but I hope so. I hope he does start. Korea coming down the right. Haven't really created anything super substantial in the first almost half an hour. Do you feel like RSL is holding Gozo hostage? Yeah, in a way. We have to see, are there any actual confirmed bids, and do they actually prevent him from leaving? The Aston Villa hype has kind of quieted down because of the price. I think 20 million is too big for a guy who's got barely half a season in MLS. I think 12 to what RSL should do, and this is what every MLS club should do, is sell a little cheaper in the 12 to 14 range, but then keep a sell-on fee. Do like a 20% sell-on fee. So you still help the player achieve his dreams of going to play in Europe. And if he's as good as you think he's going to be, then you'll make money on the sell-on. Right? And he's 19, so there should be some kind of sell-on fee. That's what I think, but we'll see what they do. I'm kind of glad he's not going to Aston Villa, though. Aston Villa is a very big jump. It's a very big jump from MLS to the top of the Prem. And I think he would struggle. I think he could go to an intermediate. The Netherlands, Germany, France, somewhere like that first. Okay, another long ball from Chechia. You know, for being the taller team, Chechia doesn't win that many aerial balls. Korea does a pretty good job of winning balls in the air when they loft more long balls in. Again, won by Korea in the air. Lots of long balls every time. No intent to play on the ground and try to build, which is fine if that's your strategy. Fans are booing. Wow. It's got to be Korea fans. They're not happy. No, Korean fans have high expectations. Foul. Free kick for South Korea in their own left-hand corner. Alexi said earlier, if Haaland has a good World Cup, he would be at Thierry's level, and Zlatan looked at him. Oh my God. See, this is why I don't watch Fox, guys. I can't watch that nonsense. I can't. Just watch it on Telemundo and come to the live watch along with us. That's just complete nonsense. All right, goal kick from the South Korean keeper. Headed away by Chechia. Ooh, that's a foul. No? Ref says no? I mean, the Czechs are pretty tall, so it kind of makes sense going long. Yeah, but then if you should be winning those balls in the air if you're going to go long. Also, you have to have a plan. You can't just go long. You have to look for a target, man, and then step up and win the second ball if you don't win the first one. But so far, Czechia hasn't done that. Nice little head of steam here, though, for Czechia. They've got some of the ball. 30 minutes in. Oh, and they've lost it. Korea don't break. Chechia win it back. Oh, but they played it out of bounds on their own. That's terrible. All right, Korean throw. Yes, Patrick Schick is playing. He's playing up top. So far, he's gotten zero service. All right, all the way back to the keeper. Still 0-0. Long ball from Korea. Oh, it's going all the way back to Czechia's keeper. Oh my God. Guys, come on. I mean, he's playing the target man, but they're not finding him. They're not finding him. They're lofting it into the box, nowhere near him. And then when Korea win it, they don't step up and win the second ball. So it's hard to think of like that's the plan. Another long ball from the keeper down the right. Once again, Korea wins it. Throw in for Czechia. Univision were super homers for Mexico, though. Yeah, of course they are. It's a Mexican cable channel. Neither team's really got control of the game. I will say most of the possession right now has belonged to Czechia. Korea have done almost nothing. Another long ball, looking for Patrick Schick this time. They win the second ball, and it's a what was that? He tried to volley that. It went 50 yards in the air and landed on the roof of the net. Not even close. Not even close. All right, 31 minutes, guys. What time is it in Korea? Great question. Let's find out. What time is it in South Korea?
The time in South Korea is 11:33 a.m.
It's 11:30 in the morning. So I'll bet you a lot of people have taken off work, taken off school to watch this game. It's got to be like early in the morning for Czechia, though. Like, got to be what, 3 in the morning for Czechia? What time is it in Czechia? 4:30 in the morning. The poor Czechs. Promise you they're not complaining, though, the way some of our Euro friends are. Czechia are also pressing very high. When Korea are building out of the back, they press very high. Yeah, it started at 4 a.m. in Czechia. That's crazy. All right, Korea trying to build up a little head of steam here. Someone's saying probably the English are complaining. Yeah, it's always the English. It's always the English complaining. Without fail. All right, Korea's goalkeeper's got the ball. Long. Nope, not long. Faked long. Went down to the left back. Down the wing. Okay. Into midfield. Nice turn. Oh, very nice. Good little through ball. He's in the channel. Oh, almost played him in. Good tackle by the Czech player. Suchek's playing well, actually. He's playing quite well. West Coast has the best schedule. Yeah, 100%. Games start at noon, and we're rarely on a good schedule. Like in Qatar, we had the sucky schedule being this side. So I'm glad we have the good schedule this time. We deserve it. Game time check. It's right here on FOTMob. Game time check is right there on FOTMob. 34-27. Slow game favors Czech. Yeah, it does. It definitely favors them. Definitely does. But they're also making it a slow game. They're getting very physical. They're pressing. They're going long at every opportunity, and Korea are struggling to get a hold of the ball at all. Is it synced up with me? No, I'm at 34-22. So I'm about 30 seconds behind FOTMob. 30 seconds behind FOTMob. So no spoilers. All right. Once again, down the line they play like an old English championship team. That's what this Czechia team reminds me of. Very physical, get a lot of bodies in the box, try to body people off the ball, win that second ball, high tempo. And frankly, Korea are struggling at the moment. Oh, but the time zone will be a nightmare because the 2034 World Cup will be in Saudi Arabia. One 4-year cycle at a time. Not even looking at 2030, forget 2034. Time zones, magical stuff every 4 years people can't wrap their heads around. Jesse is acting childish now. He gotta let it go. Yeah, dude. It's like, stop talking about the US. Like that was 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago. Move on. You're coaching Canada. Be Canadian now. Just stop talking about the US. The problem with Jesse is he runs his mouth a lot. He runs his mouth a lot and it gets him into trouble. Chechia, honestly, I'm curious to see the possession stats, but Czechia's looked like the better team mostly. They've had more of the ball. Cross goes in, down. Second ball is cleared. Still goes back to Czech. Korea clears it, but then they can't hold on to it. Oh, foul. The only time that Korea get any time on the ball is when Czech gives away a foul and they get to rest a little bit. But this Korea team has been very disappointing so far. Lots of yapping. Dude has burned a lot of bridges when he should just let his record do the talking. Yeah, exactly. He had a really good Copa America with Canada, and he should be proud of that, right? Didn't do as well in Nations League, right? Didn't win the Nations League, lost to Mexico in the final. No, lost to Mexico in the semifinal, beat us, got third place. Well done. Congratulations. But then what? Gold Cup didn't do anything in the Gold Cup, right? And then what? Let's see how they do in this World Cup. His legacy will be here. And he already got a contract renewal, which I think is very silly of Canadian soccer to do that. What if they like get grouped at the World Cup? Do they still think Jesse Marsch is the guy? I don't know. All right, Korea trying to build up a head of steam here. Having more of the ball means nothing. But what has Korea really created? They had that shot from distance. Other than that, oh, here we go. Here's Korea. Shot over the bar. Okay, so Korea have had 2 shots from distance. Heung Son with that one. He had a little more space. You should at least have put that on frame. But he kind of mishit that. It was a good attempt, but still, 25 yards out. Whoa. Oh no, right in the fan's face. He put out his arm to catch it. It hit his arm and then whacked him in the nose. Poor guy. Watch the replay. Yeah, I'm watching it now. No, I watch it. Canada is arguably the easiest group in the tournament. If they get grouped, it's a massive failure. Yeah, 100%. I don't think they're going to get grouped. I don't. I think they'll get out of that group. They have an easy-ish group. Son might be washed. I mean, he's not washed. He's still been very good for Korea. We're, 38 minutes in. Oh, Korea, here we go. Kang In Lee. Gonna shoot. Oh, no. Son again. Dude, you got to at least put that on target. Got to at least put that on target. That was a nice run. Created half a yard of space. Oh, dude, he didn't really put his laces through that. I'm really digging this ref cam. Oh, dude, come on. You got to put more curl on that. Wow, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe he is washed. So 2 runs and shots from Heung Son or Sonny. Let's see how the rest of this game goes. Switzerland's a bit older than they used to be, but they're still a solid team. All right, all the way back to the keeper. So Korea starting to look a little better, but still being wasteful with their chances. What can they do here? I would love to go to Chechia's capital, Prague. It's a beautiful city. Yeah, Prague is cool. I've never been there, but everybody who's been to Prague has told me it's an incredible. Would Son start for the USMNT? That's a great question. 2 years ago, yeah, hands down. Now, would he start over Balogun? Probably, but I would say based on what he's done in the past. I don't know if he's better than Balogun right now. I know that sounds crazy to say, but he is getting older. He's 30, 33, 34. He's struggled in MLS this year. But he does produce for Korea. I would say he probably would still start for us, but it would be based on what he's done in the past and not right now where he's at. All right, all the way back to the Korean keeper. They're trying to build out of the back. 5 minutes till halftime. Oh, Chechia wins it back. Foul. Yeah, foul for Chechia. This is going to be another set piece for Chechia. The Paraguay game tomorrow is super important for the hype of this World Cup in the US. We win and we gain the viewership of the casual fan. Yeah, I think winning would go a long way to help people get excited about this World Cup. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But 100%, we got to get 3 points. How we play matters less than getting the 3 points. Czechia is going to loft this one in. It's funny because they don't put everybody in the attacking line. There's like 3 or 4 guys. And Korea are winning a lot in the air. When they put these crosses and set pieces in, Korea wins a ton in the air. Another cross. Korea win in the air again. They're going to come again from the right. Another cross. Cleared by Korea. Oh, not properly. Czechia picks it up at the edge of the box. Schick to Kuchek. Yeah, they're playing a really high line on free kicks. Trying to catch them offside. Oh, here comes Czechia again. Oh, he completely shanked it. Oh my God, he just hacked at it and missed the ball completely. Czechia will win it back. Korea cannot hold on to it. Dang. Winning makes up for a team that hasn't been super likable lately. Really would give the fan base a jump start. Yeah, 100%. 100%. They've got to get people excited for this World Cup. Also, we haven't played competitive games. This team hasn't played a competitive game since the Nations League. So it's really hard to know what are they going to look like in a competitive situation. Free kick for Korea near the center circle. Been kind of a dull affair. I mean, it's been better than South Africa, Mexico, but still hasn't been that great either. Hot take, but Prague might be a beautiful city than South Korea, more beautiful city than South Korea's capital, Seoul. I can't really speak to it because I've been to neither, but I'll take your word for it. Elite Christianity ball. What does that mean? Oh, that's a bad foul. Wasn't even trying to go for the ball. All right, Korea down the line. Oh, cross. Didn't clear the first man. And then Czechia win the second ball. Crosses and more crosses. Yeah. Hey, it's working. They've limited Korea to chances from distance, and they've created 1 or 2 themselves. I think if you asked Czechia before the game, would you take 0-0 at halftime? They would say 100% yes. And they're getting really tight to them in the box. You've got to hit them quicker in transition, though. They're very slow. And they played it out themselves. Very slow in transition for Czechia. Seoul isn't really a beautiful city, but it is an incredible cultural hub. Yeah, I believe that. Probably a lot like Bangkok. A lot like Bangkok culturally, and just so much to do and see and absorb the culture. I totally buy that. All right, South Korea clear. Back to the keeper. Whoa, dude, what was that? He just kicked it out. Landon had a surprisingly cogent take of the Mexico game. Something is wrong. What was his cogent take? Daniel, I'm saying 2-1 to the US. Oh, Korea really can't build up any steam in the attacking third. They do well to get there, and then they just give it up. I would never Bangkok. I beat it enough as it is. A lot of culture in Bangkok. There is. I know it's known for one thing and one thing only, but as somebody who grew up in that city, I'm telling you, it's got a lot of culture there. A lot of beautiful markets and temples and beaches. Not in Bangkok, but close. All right, Korea are trying here. Played in. Oh, create some space. Sonny lays it off. Oh, no, he slipped as he tackled that, as he attacked that. Oh, Korea come back. They come back down the left. We're in stoppage time. Cross, headed out. That'll be a throw-in for Korea. Man, that is Sonny, man. That's another miss for Sonny. He slipped as he was attacking the ball. Or maybe the ball was played. I have to see the replay. It looked like it was played too far in front. Oh my God. Terrible passing from Korea. It looked like it was played maybe too far in front of him, and he sort of slid to get something on it. Korea definitely trying to get one. Oh, he's in behind. Cuts it back. Blocked. Oh, not even a corner. Very good defending from Chechia. Korea puts it back in the mixer. They've got a minute. They've got a minute to score here. Sonny again, lays it off. Shot from distance, going nowhere. Oh, man. This Korea team does not look that confident. When they get into the final third, it's like they panic. They really do. Yeah, defense. No, the Czechia's defense has been excellent. They've really limited Korea to mostly long shots. All right, halftime, guys. Let's take a look at these stats here because I'm very curious. I'd say it's been pretty even so far. Let's go to facts. No, that's commentary. Yeah, so if you look here, 55 to 45. Oh, it's not halftime yet. What am I saying? I thought they blew the whistle. Now it's halftime. Okay. So 55% possession for Czechia and 45% for Korea. Czechia's had 8 shots. Korea's had 2. I don't remember 8 shots for Czechia. That feels like a lot. Expected goals 0.29, 0.52. Yeah, the expected goals have been quite poor. Hang on, wait a minute. Have I got this right? No. 55-45 is for Korea, not for Czechia. Yeah, I think that red is for Korea and blue is for Czechia. I could be wrong though. Yes, red is for Korea. Thank you. So yeah, 55-45 expected goals, a little bit higher towards Korea, but not by much. Total shots 8-2. Mostly that's been from Korea shooting from range. They haven't really created that much. They've been the better team slightly, but Czechia's created a couple of good chances themselves too. So it's not terrible. All right, got a couple of super chats to read here, and then we're going to have a word from our sponsor. Official woos. I heard an interesting argument that the heat and the humidity in the US forces the game to slow down. What top European league has a similar climate? And does their playing styles give validity to this? So I would say that actually there are a lot of very hot, humid places in Europe, but that's mostly during the summer, and you don't really see that most of the year round because they take breaks in the summer. Different parts of the US are hotter than others. Like it's hard to put all of the US into one big box because it's so big and we have so many different climates. Yeah, it's definitely hot and humid in the summer. It's really not that extreme as some people are trying to say. And a lot of these stadiums are also under AC. So far, these two games have been in Mexico, not in the US. So I'm not sure. Mexico's also very hot and humid. It's a World Cup. Welcome. You're going to have some difficult conditions. Don't be a pansy. Play. Come on. Like these Europeans whining, man. Last year they had to be in the AC. It wasn't even that hot, guys. Anybody here who's played in high school or played club, we've all played in hotter conditions. I played in India. I played in Thailand. I don't get all the fucking whining, honestly. The fucking whining it's mostly Europeans whining. That's the thing. Nobody else is whining about it. Oh, we got Tack here.
Right?
Hey. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty even so far. Korea's created a few more chances, but mostly from distance. They haven't exactly been lighting up Czechia, and Czechia have created a few chances off their long balls.
There were two moments with Son that they gave him too much space, and he was able to blow by one guy and create his own shot. Actually, create a shot for his teammate once and once for himself. Son is
Yeah,
still the best forward dude in the game. He's still better than Patrick.
yeah,
Yeah.
but he's missing chances he should be doing better with. Like you at least have to put some of these on target.
Yes, yes, but he's still like he's clearly a bigger goal scoring threat from an individual standpoint so far. Like you give him time and
Then
space,
Schick, yes, yeah,
then
Schick's been
yeah,
very
then
quiet.
well, I think it was even. You're right because Czechia is a very well organized team and they have a very well defined plan. South Korea is the better team.
Yes, but I don't think they've played much better. I mean, they've played really well up until the final third. And then they get into that final third, and it just looks like they're playing panic ball. Just quickly shoot. Do something. Not staying calm enough in that final third.
Yeah, they
So
had more they had 8 shots versus 2, but yes, like half of those were like from 30, 40
outside
yards
the
out.
box.
It was
Yeah.
too far.
Czechia is giving me a lot of Berhalter ball. Even Berhalter, at least Berhalter, he tried to pass the ball around. It didn't go anywhere, went sideways and backwards. So I wouldn't really say it's Berhalter ball. It's a lot of long balls from Czechia. Every time they get the ball, it's a lot of long balls and crosses. So even worse than Berhalter ball. Tack, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. Can you just take care of the chat for them?
Yes, yes. Let me find the chat here. Hey guys, now you're alone with me again. A lot of you were alone with me already earlier today. Now it's just my sleepy version right now because I'm almost falling asleep. I'm not going to fall asleep until this game ends, though. I need to finish watching this game. Let me see. I can't really bring up any of the chats. So let me see if I didn't miss anyone here. I'll just talk about this game a little bit too, because the first thing I want to say is, did you guys notice how the expanded World Cup has created some very weak groups? Right, you look into this group. Let's talk about Group A here for a second. We're gonna get also a feel. Well, not tomorrow because only the U.S. will play tomorrow for their group. The other game is later. But look at this specific group. Right, we watched earlier today Mexico and South Africa. South Africa was abysmal. Mexico looked like a team that'll lose in the first or second knockout round, second if they're lucky. And then watching these two teams right now, the level is okay. I'm just talking about how the expanded World Cup diluted talent so much. And I'm talking specifically about Group A right now. This is one of the
Yeah, Group
weakest
A is
groups
rough.
I've seen in World Cup history, right? You go back to previous World Cups, there's always one title contender, there's always one dark horse. I haven't seen that in this group. I've seen South Korea and Czechia as like decent teams. They're decent, but they're all far worse than like even a Switzerland.
Yeah,
Mexico far worse than a Switzerland. South Africa, don't even get me started on those. Like that was abysmal
I don't
today.
know how
So
they got here. They also did not do well in AFCON.
yeah, that I don't know, but it's just kind of insane. It's like expanding the World Cup was nice to a certain extent because you get incredible stories like Cape Verde qualifying, Curaçao
Sure.
qualifying. But you also get this, right? Which is a group that ultimately, when you look into the reason I say this, like when you look into a group, if there's no potential dark horse, no World Cup contender, what is the point of this group even? Like these are teams that are there to just fill in the gaps. Essentially, that's all it is.
Yeah, this group is quite weak. It could have been stronger if Denmark had beat Czechia.
That's a better team. That's a team that can potentially go far. The problem is if Denmark had made it to the World Cup, there was a risk of Ericsson collapsing in the World Cup because it just happened.
That would have been bad. Yeah.
It just
That would have
happened. He collapsed again. Like what is it? 6 days ago.
been, yeah. Yeah. Poor guy. I think, look, with this World Cup, the way I'm sort of putting it into like four brackets, I put into like not the favorites, but like the top 10 that you're like, they could win, right? So Brazil, Argentina, not that they can't, they're gonna win, but the ones you usually expect, the world powers, Brazil, Argentina, Germany, France, Spain. I would put Portugal in there as well, right? Then you have like the
England,
Netherlands, England, probably not going to win, but they're still top teams in the world. And
Belgium
then you
would
have
be probably there.
Belgium, I'd put with England and the Netherlands. And then you have guys like, Norway, Senegal, Japan, who are good teams. They're Morocco. Maybe they
Colombia,
could make a deep run. Colombia, they're like you expect them. There's a good chance that can make a deep run. Then the third category, I have like pretenders, like the U.S. Probably going to get out of their group. Probably going to get one or two games more, but not going to go much further. And then you have the terrible teams: Jordan, Algeria, Haiti, Curacao, Congo,
South Africa. You
Uzbekistan,
watch them.
South Africa, right? You have these teams that you're just like, what are you doing here? And some people could say, well, we diluted it too much. And, there should be someone was saying there should be more teams from Europe. The only team from Europe that kind of had a case to be here was Denmark, but they didn't win that playoff game with Czechia. So it's kind of on them. Italy should not have been here. It's 3 World Cups they've missed in a row. They haven't got out of a World Cup group in 20 years. So I don't longer put Italy anywhere near a world power in global soccer. It's been too long now to not just be missing one
They
World
also
Cup
got
can
grouped,
happen.
Pete. They got grouped twice before missing the World Cup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 20 years since they've got out of a World Cup group is crazy.
Well,
Um,
I think that it was bound to happen when it's not that we need more European teams. The World Cup with 32 teams was already extremely competitive. You were getting a lot of upsets. And I think we're going to get a lot of upsets when the knockout rounds come. It's just that I think diluting it and expanding it to a few third places advancing, it kind of might kill the group stage. We'll see. We'll see how the last rounds go. It might be exciting, right? The last round, but I think it kind of kills the group stage. The knockout rounds are going to be incredible. But
yes.
the group
Because the group
stage,
stage basically kills all the really bad teams. Like they all go home.
yeah, because 32 out of 48 advance. So you just take away the 16 that shouldn't be there.
Pretty much.
That's what it is.
Someone's asking here, what hyped team do you think will underperform? So I'm going to put two. One,
England.
I think, yes, I think, but are they even hyped at this point? Nobody really believes in
Everyone
England
hyped. They
outside
always
of
hype
England.
them, dude. They always hype England.
But it's England who hypes themselves. Nobody else is sitting here going, England's going to be a contender for this World Cup. It's only England hyping themselves. Um, I don't know that they're going to be bad, but Morocco could be a team that fades under the pressure. And they have a very tough group, right? They have a tough group. So they might not. I don't think Morocco's going to make a semifinal. I expect them to get out of the group, but I think they could also very easily lose this time around to a top 10 team, which last time they beat two of them, Spain and Portugal. France, I'm very curious to see France in this group because France is one of those teams that either makes a final, makes a semifinal, wins it, or they implode in the group stage. And if they have problems in camp, I wouldn't be surprised if they. No, I guess it's
But
very hard to implode in the
let
group
me
stage
let me
nowadays.
let me do it one counter for France here. They've had the same coach since 2014, Didier Deschamps, and
Yeah,
they've never imploded with him.
no, that is true.
So he's been
So they're
around
due
for
for one.
long enough. They made it to the quarterfinals in 2014, but the team was still very there was young. It was still building. 2018 he won it. 2022 final. They didn't enjoy the same success in the Euros. He lost in a final to Portugal. That was bad. Like that Portuguese team was far worse last year, but they never imploded with him.
That's true. We'll see. They didn't look good against Ivory Coast, but it's a friendly. I'm very that France
They
Senegal
tied us,
game.
dude, in 2018 before they won the World Cup.
That's true. That's true. I'm going to do France Senegal for that game, and I'm very curious to see what they're going to look like because Senegal is a tough team, but France is so stacked with talent. Honestly, the good thing about France is that when you're that stacked with talent, if you have one or two guys being bad apples, you should easily kick them off the team, and it doesn't really impact the team that much, except Mbappe, who is the best player, but also probably the biggest bad apple. Jonathan Sutton, who's been better so far? I would say Korea's been more composed on the ball, but have struggled in the final third. Chechia have done a lot of long balls. They've created some chances, and their defense has been largely pretty solid. All right, guys, we're going to have a quick word here from our sponsor, FanDuel. Check this out. These are their World Cup odds. So the South Korea game, that's on right now. Don't recommend putting any money on that. Canada-Bosnia is very interesting for Bosnia at plus 360. USA-Paraguay, I would never bet against the US. Qatar-Switzerland, there's nothing in that. Switzerland's going to destroy Qatar. TAC would never bet against Brazil. Haiti-Scotland, I'm putting my money on Scotland here too. There's not a lot here that I'm like, wait. Yeah, Australia, this could be interesting, but I can't see Australia beating Turkey with the talent they have, unless Turkey gets very shocked by the way that they play. I don't know if Turkey's so familiar with Australia's game, so that could be interesting. Japan, Netherlands could be interesting. Plus 270, that's an interesting one. But overall, guys, I don't think there's any bets right now that are like, that's a really good option. Try that one. And be careful with it, guys. Don't go spending lots of money on betting. If you want to throw $5 or $10 on a game, do it. And if you have addiction problems or you've had addiction problems in the past, don't do it at all. Okay. All right. Game should be coming back here any minute now. How are you feeling about USA Paraguay tomorrow, Jack?
Right now I'm feeling okay. I know I'm gonna be very nervous throughout the game because the World Cup just feels different, right? Like the Gold Cup, Nations League, when we lose it, it's like frustrating, but you just kind of move on the day after. You're just like, okay, whatever, right? We're
Yeah.
gonna play another one soon. The World Cup is every 4 years, so it hits you a bit harder when you're knocked out because you're like, oh god, now I have to wait 4 years, and you don't know if you're gonna qualify, right? We missed one of them recently, so if you're Italy, God, you might wait 16 years to play another one. So you don't
My
know, you
God.
might be a grandfather by the time you watch them playing the World Cup. So I know I'll be nervous. Last World Cup, I was nervous. I was shaking the whole game, even in the live watch along, mainly because of that. It's so rare that
Yeah.
it hurts a lot more when you're knocked out. And here's the thing, mentally, I'm prepared for the US to get knocked out. I'm not expecting us to win the World Cup, right? I am prepared.
Sure.
But if it just kind of sucks when it happens,
Yeah.
I feel a little bit the same way I felt in the TST where I had an actual team. A little nervous in the sense of like, I don't want it to end in the group stage. And then we got out of the group now, like this year, we got out of the group good. But then now every round you're just like nerve wracking. I don't know. I don't know how to describe how to put it into words. I am nervous until I actually see it. And I hope we pull a win today. I probably will feel a lot better once we get a win against Paraguay in terms of being more confident on this team. I don't know what to expect from this team. That's the problem. We haven't
Yeah. We
seen them.
also didn't have qualifying. It's all been friendlies. We don't know how this
And we
team
had so
looks.
many ups and downs, dude, in friendlies. I don't know what to expect. I just don't know.
Yeah. It's so hard to know with this team. Let me pull it back up because the second half has started now. I'm going to grab the thought mob. I'm getting really nervous, not going to lie. That's normal. That's part of the eve of a World Cup with pressure on the team. They have a lot to prove on the world stage. And Tack has mentioned this to me a couple of times. And the more you think about it, the more he's right. South American teams in the World Cup, the big ones like Argentina, Brazil, they usually don't lose to they don't get upset. They don't get knocked out by smaller teams. If they get knocked out, they get knocked out by another big team like a France or, Germany. But it's very rare they get knocked out. They just know how to do World Cups. And we've never played a South American team in the group stage of a World Cup. If you think about it, we've never. So it's so hard to know what is this team going to look like against Paraguay, who the dark arts that they learn in CONMEBOL, they bring that with them into the World Cup.
Yeah, the thing with South American nations is people can just look and Mainly, obviously, I'm referring to Brazil and Argentina because those would be like the actual title contenders. You'll see that they usually always lose to like a they don't lose to like an underdog.
Yes.
It doesn't happen. And the same goes to like even like Colombia, for example, right? You go to like 2018, they were knocked out by like England. Like any strong South American team, they
Yes.
usually don't get upset. They lose to a better team. And lucky for us, we're a better team than Paraguay. So
Yeah, but I think Paraguay is better at the dark. And the problem with that is now we're under pressure to win. When was the last time that we were really under pressure to win our group in a World
oh,
Cup?
win the
Never,
group? Never.
never, right? And even against Wales, a lot of people kind of were happy with that draw. I was very surprised. I was like, no, we should be beating Wales, right? But before that, in 2014, which was the last time we were there, no one expected us to get out of that group. And that lets you play with freedom because you're under no pressure. You're the underdog. We're not the underdog for the first time, right? And Paraguay, I think it's going to be a really tight game. I think the boys are going to be a little bit nervous. I think the occasion could get to them. I think they might start a little bit nervy, sort of how we started against Germany. The key there is don't give up a goal. Because if you start nervy and give up a goal, it's a huge momentum boost for the other team. Huge momentum boost. And now you've got a hill to climb in the rest of the game under pressure at home. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
My other concern with Paraguay is they didn't do as well in World Cup qualifying because they started off poorly. And then they got Gustavo Alfaro in charge. That's the
Mhm.
guy that coached Ecuador. And they bounced back tremendously, right? If you look at the results, you'll see in the second half, they tied
Yeah.
Colombia in Colombia, right?
Yeah.
They beat Argentina in Paraguay 2-1 in the middle of World Cup qualifying. They beat Argentina. Do you think we beat Argentina in the US?
No.
They beat Brazil in Paraguay.
Yeah.
So that is the concern of Paraguay. They're one of those teams
Oh,
that
oh, double save.
that you may have more talent than them, but there's usually no easy wins with this team. Like they fired their coach after the Copa America, which their Copa America was really bad. They lost every game in the group stage, but then after that, when they got Gustavo Alfaro, tied Uruguay, beat Brazil, tied Ecuador, beat Venezuela, beat Argentina, tied Bolivia in the altitude, beat Chile, tied Colombia away, beat Uruguay. Then they lost to Brazil in Brazil, tied Ecuador, and beat Peru away. So those are pretty impressive results in World Cup qualifying.
Yeah. And I don't think the friendly that we played with them is going to look anything like what this game is going to look like. I don't. It's going to be a much tougher game. So Korea had two very good chances, and the Czech goalkeeper made two good saves. In Bum, Hwang In Bum. Here, they're showing the replay now. Nice little work into the channel. Shot from distance. Oh, Kang In Lee. Whew. Korea needs to, I don't need to win this game, but their next game is against Mexico. So I guess they would probably take a draw, but I don't think they'd be happy with the draw here.
Yeah, the only good thing for them is I don't see how Korea doesn't beat South Africa.
Yes, I don't see it either.
So with a draw, they're pretty much qualified, but they should try to get a win here. They're the better side.
Yeah. And then Czechia, the thing is, if Czechia gets a draw here and then they go and beat South Africa, they're qualified for the World Cup because 4 points is what 98.7% qualified according to the odds. But I
Yeah,
would say if
98.
you get 4 points, you're very likely qualified, especially if you have a good goal difference. We beat Colombia 2-1 in the group stage in 1994. Okay, thank you for that, Barcelona. That was also 32 years ago, right? Like in recent history, we haven't really beaten any South American team at the World Cup. So that's going to be a big test. If we had won that group, we could have faced Ecuador, and I still don't think Berhalter would have beat Ecuador, but it wouldn't have been as ugly as the Netherlands in 2022. So the real MJ, Tack and I are watching on Peacock. You guys are probably watching on. You're probably watching on Telemundo cable. So it's a little bit further ahead. If you're watching it on streaming, you're a little bit further behind. Although sometimes Tack and I will both be on streaming and we'll be like further away from each other. Like Tack will be ahead of me or vice versa.
Mm-hmm. But
Korea
tomorrow
has it all low right now.
with the antenna, we should be fine.
Yeah, my antenna's arriving tomorrow. It's all Korea this half so far. All Korea.
Yeah, they were better in the first half too. It's just much more now. They were better in the first half. Um, they just need to create some better chances. That's all it is. They had
Yeah.
one good
Finish the
one.
ones they get.
Yeah. But I do think if they get the goal here, it's over. I don't see how Czechia
No.
doesn't really seem to have it in them for this one. They're just trying to defend, counterattack, try to get like a corner. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to tell you also, Czech is going to struggle to score against South Africa.
Yeah, because South Africa will win a lot in the air too,
Uh-huh.
especially with Mbokali.
Yeah, like South Africa's not scoring on Czechia probably. They defend well, but I don't know. Czech is going to struggle to score. They're also,
It's also
every single player from Czech is also super one-dimensional.
yeah, they don't really have any technical players that can create. That's why they go long with everything and they just try to win second balls. But it's also weird because the first game of a World Cup, teams change. Like sometimes they play that first game and you're like, oh, they suck. And then the next two games, they really pick it up and they have like a Cinderella story. I would be surprised if South Africa does that, but we'll see what the second games look like.
The problem is
So
with South
far, from what we've
Africa.
seen, Korea looks like the best team in this group.
Yeah, the problem with South Africa is that the players just look bad, dude. They couldn't connect passes. Like they didn't look technical, and also their resume kind of matches what we saw. So there's that too,
Yeah.
right? It's not like we saw a bunch of Premier League players and then we're like, oh, they struggled today. They were having an off day. We saw a bunch of players that play in South Africa and they played exactly how I expect players from South Africa to play.
Yeah, especially because they all play in the South African league.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's like they played. So if you gave me just their resume, just where they play, the performance was more or less what I would expect if you had given me that. So it's different if you see, oh, we have a bunch of players from like Chelsea, Monaco, this and that, and like, oh, they didn't play well. Sure, maybe they struggled. I don't think it's the case with them.
No. No. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this is why you don't want your players playing in your domestic league. If you want to have a good World Cup, it's the same for everybody. The teams that will do the best at this World Cup are the teams that have the most players playing in top 5 leagues in Europe. That's just the truth. With, a few exceptions here and there because things can happen. But generally, when you balance it all out, nobody's winning this with their domestic league if their domestic league is not a top 5 league. And even France, a lot of their players don't even play in their top 5 league. They don't play in France. A lot of them play in the UK and in France they play for PSG though, which is like a different level. For Bayern, they
Yeah,
play in Germany.
they won 2
in
Champions League in
Spain.
a row.
Yeah.
Oh, Son is through.
Son is through.
Gotta score that, dude. You have to score that.
You have to chip the keeper. Dude, this man of the match is the Czech keeper so far. Dude, Son, man. You've got to chip the keeper there. He just whacked it at him.
Yeah, the first touch was good, and then the finish, no.
Look at his face. He's so panicked.
He didn't
He's
even
so
chip. He
panicked.
just hit it. He just hit it.
He just hit it straight at the keeper. All right, corner for Korea.
Yeah, but they're getting close to scoring. That's the second big chance right there.
And Chechia starting to look tired too. Corner cleared.
They're not going to score off a header here.
Throw in. Who did you have in your bracket for this game? First, second, third, for this group?
I have to check, but I'm pretty sure I can check here. I'm pretty sure I had South Korea in second. I had Mexico topping the group, actually.
Yeah, same.
I can check it.
Could also not happen, depending on how that Mexico-South Korea game goes.
Yeah, let me see here.
My bracket.
It's weird. I'm at underdog. I can't see my bracket that I picked. I can
Yeah,
only
so I
see
have
the
Mexico first, Korea second, Czech third, South Africa fourth. So far, I'm pretty comfortable with my prediction here. Okay, here come Korea again.
oh
Oh,
boy.
I just gave it up.
Let me see. I'm gonna check my bracket here real quick.
Tack, maybe you can answer this one.
Wait, what? Try not to spam, but I like to know. I might paste this a few times if I don't get a reply. Does anyone actually frequent the Discord server that is referenced during tax streams? I don't know. People would have to ask. I've talked about this many times. I don't use Discord. I don't have time. I don't even know how to use it properly. As far as I know, it's just a group chat. One of the viewers asked if he could make a Discord just for the viewers to have a community, and I said, of course. He made it. I put it in the description of the video so people can use it. I don't know if people actually use it.
Yeah, I haven't been in it, so I don't really know either.
They're saying, but someone's saying the Discord is very active. I would imagine it is, guys, because there's probably a lot of people.
Yeah, someone on my Patreon sent me the Discord link.
Yeah, they just said it
Oh,
is active. Yeah, a bunch of people are saying it's active. So, yeah,
long
just
throw for
join
Czech.
it. Just join it. Just join it. And then, oh, they scored
Oh
off a
my
header.
God.
Set piece.
Classic Czechia. 1-0. 1-0. Classic Czechia. 1-0 over Korea. Long throw, guys. Long throw directly into the box. 1-0. Wow. Dang. That's not good for Korea. That means they're going to have to come out guns blazing against Mexico. Dang. That's not good at all. All right. Pete and Tack. USMNT coverage. We will be there. 1 a.m. USMNT coverage. Yeah, it's going to be late. The post game is going to be quite late, but it's the World Cup, guys. Sleep. You can sleep when you're dead. All right. So Czechia 1-0. Dang. Krejci. Doesn't he play for Hoffenheim? That's a good header. That's a great header. No one picks him up. Near post. Yeah, near post, close range header. What does this Krejci guy play? Oh, he's a captain. No, he plays for Wolves. That's right. Ladislav Krejci plays for Wolves. Dang. Okay, so Barcelona says 32 years ago, yes, Colombia was considered a dark horse to win. We also played okay in the recent decades in tourney play against CONMEBOL minus Greg. Yes, but in CONMEBOL, we lost to Colombia twice in Copa America in 2016. I don't think we've ever beat a Colombia since 94 in a competitive game, but I could be wrong. Paraguay are not better than those teams we played. No, they're definitely not better. I'm just don't want people to go into this Paraguay game expecting a blowout because I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a very tricky game to navigate, and you have to find a way to get the 3 points. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we shouldn't beat them. I agree with you. We should beat them, but it's tough. Sometimes the team that's under pressure that should win, if the gap between them and the opponent is not that big, and they know how to be chippy and they know how to make your life difficult and they know how to play against teams that are better than them. That's the thing. Paraguay plays against teams better than them all the time in CONMEBOL, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, even Uruguay. So they're used to that, right? The US is used to playing teams worse than them in CONCACAF, but that's a completely different level. Pete, are you going to get a satellite thing like TAC for tomorrow's game? Yes. I don't know if
Satellite
it'll arrive.
antenna.
So, guys, I don't think it's going to be here on time for the Canada Bosnia game, which I am going to do a live watch along for, but it should be here before the US game for sure.
It's guys, it's not a satellite, it's just an antenna.
Just an antenna.
Yeah. Some
All
TVs
right,
come
guys.
with an antenna, right? Oh, here comes Chechia. Nope.
Ooh.
Pete, I might watch the rest of the game in bed. So I
Yeah.
don't
Good luck.
fall
Go
asleep.
for it.
You
Fall
got what,
asleep
like
afterwards.
30 minutes to go. I had South Korea winning this. It's just they've been so wasteful.
So wasteful. I still think they could find an equalizer. They need to make some subs. Let's see at their bench. Let's see who they have on the bench.
They're
A
not
lot of
that
these
deep.
names, not really. Jens Kastrop is
Hee-chan
there.
Huang. Hee-chan Huang.
I've seen him play for Gladbach. He's not a bad player, Jens Kastrop.
Hee-chan Huang is good. What's his name?
This one? No, that's Jun
No,
Yang.
no. Wait, what
Hee
is it?
Jong-woo.
I saw his name, Huang.
These
Oh,
guys
he's
are
on. He's on. He was subbed
Huang
on.
and
Look,
Bomb is there. Yeah,
he was
Huang is
subbed
there.
on. He just got subbed on. Huang.
Oh,
Subbed on.
that's why. Lee got. Oh wow. Jason Lee from Mainz got subbed off.
Yeah, this guy.
Hee-chan Wang. Yeah, from
Wolves,
Wolves. Yeah. Jens Kastrop is another good option if they need more of an attack.
Dude, I just hate when teams like Czechia get a result playing like this. I hate it.
Yeah, but if you had to set up Czechia and you didn't have the players, you'd probably set them up that way too.
No, he's doing what he has to do. Like he doesn't have the talent. There's a giant being subbed in. Did you see that?
Yes.
19.
Oh my God.
The
Who
fuck
is
is
number
that?
19? Oh my God. Number 19. Where is he?
Dude, he's
Here we
huge,
go.
and the guys next to him are
Tomasz
probably not even
Cody.
that short.
He's 6'6" from Slavia Prague. He's
Dude.
6'6".
What is he doing
Oh
in the
my
World
God.
Cup? He should be in the NBA Finals right now.
Oh boy.
All right.
Wow.
I'm gonna go watch the rest of the game in bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Canada, the Canada stream here. That'll be much earlier. It'll be much easier to handle. And I gotta have an energy drink for the United States, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a nap before that game.
I might do that. We do the Canada stream, nap, and then US. All right,
Yeah.
guys. See y'all
All
tomorrow
right.
here.
Good
Bye.
night, Tack. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. So, Pete, do you think Klinsmann could be a better coach for South Korea? He wasn't a good coach, though. South Korea really struggled under Klinsmann. I think they already tried that experiment. I don't know that Klinsmann really cared that much. Klinsmann has always struggled tactically. That's where he's a good man manager, generally speaking. There's probably also a big cultural gap between Korea's players and Klinsmann. I don't know if his communication style is so effective with Korean players. But either way, it didn't go very well. So they already tried that. Their coach right now is Heung. I remember him. Didn't he play in that 2002 World Cup? I know he would have been in his early 30s, but I think he did. I think he played in that 2002 World Cup. The toes didn't translate into Korean. Exactly. You have to step on their toes. You got to make yourself uncomfortable. And then Korean players are like, what is he talking about? Jokes aside, good for Chechia after scoring the goal after his team Wolves got relegated, and he's super young too. Yeah. Czechia, I don't know. For me, like, Korea's got no one to blame with these chances that they keep missing. They keep missing these chances. And now they have a lot of possession, but not a lot of penetration in the final third right now. Any rumors on who will coach the USMNT after the World Cup? No rumors at this point, but JT Batson did indicate to ESPN FC the other day that they're going to continue to try to go big with the coaching hire. So that's at least encouraging. If they get the right guy, we'll have to wait and see. MLS killed Son, LOL. Son has not been good this year. Does he have any goals? I don't know if he has any goals for LAFC. He might have a few, but every time I've watched him play for LAFC, I have not been impressed. Definitely not Chirundolo. Please, no. Do not want him anywhere near. He's one of the worst MLS coaches, actually, for this national team. Heung-min Son. Yeah, he's got no goals in MLS this year, guys. He's got a bunch of assists. Oh, yeah, he had a goal against Cruz Azul, but not in MLS. A bunch of assists. Oh, here come Korea. Here come Korea. Down the right. Coming inside. Tucks it in. Oh. Oh. Oh, beautifully chips the keeper. 1-1. 1-1. Very nice finish. Really good technical play to cut it back, and then a soft little chip over the keeper. 1-1. Korea have equalized. What did I say the scoreline would be before the game, guys? 1-1. I said Mexico would win 2-0 today. So far, I've been right. And then I said I called this game at 1-1. We're 68 minutes in. It's currently 1-1. All right, but Korea are in the ascendancy now, so I wonder if they're going to come out and score a second. All right, we've got a game, boys. We've got a game. I did say 1-1. Pete, thoughts on Canada's opener tomorrow? Canada have a lot of injuries at the back. Bombito is injured. Davies is injured. That's a really nice goal. Great little chip. So much composure on that. So much composure there. Dang. Well done. Heung himself. Really nice goal. Really, really nice goal. The Feyenoord man. That's a beautiful finish. So far, this game's been a lot better. A lot better than Mexico, South Africa. Really nice. Great. Cuts it really nicely. And then sort of has a tough one because the ball's behind him, but he just scoops it. He doesn't even chip it. He just kind of scoops it over the keeper because the keeper had committed himself. Really nice. 1-1. I would not be surprised if Canada and Bosnia draw tomorrow. I'm going to give you my score prediction once I see the starting lineups. But I think Canada has got defensive issues, and I think it's going to be a tough game for them. Did they take off Son? No. They need another. Yeah, no, that's not Son. Ji-sung is on. No. Son is still there. Oh, yeah, no, he's off. Son Heung-min is off. Oh, wow, they took off Son. I mean, he hasn't been finishing well, and Korea need a goal. All right, it's 1-1. We got 22 minutes to play, boys. Personally, I think this probably ends 1-1, but we'll see. It's anyone's game now. I think this game is bust wide open now. Wide open. Time for the hydration break. Don't worry. No commercials on Telemundo, only on Fox. If you're watching on Telemundo, you don't have to watch commercials. But if you're on Fox, you're screwed. He's no spring chicken, might be gas. Yeah, he's 33, 34. And he's had a very long career and a ton of injuries. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Are you guys seeing commercials on Fox? So far, none on Telemundo. So far, so good. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. No commercials on Fox 1. Interesting. Oh, it's the 69th minute. Nice. 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 Has it gone to a commercial break on US TV? That's criminal. Yeah, it's disgusting. Telemundo commercial free. I'm watching on Telemundo. So far, I mean, I'm watching on Peacock, but it's the Telemundo feed. So, no commercials here. Leave it to Fox. DAZN got commercials. Even DAZN got commercials. DAZN is where they show a lot of the games in Europe. Where are you watching on DAZN? Are you watching in the US? Hydration break brought to you. Depends. Adult diapers. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a beautiful goal. Ref cam of the goal. That's Czechia's goal. I'm going to show Korea's goal on the ref cam also. Commercials for RAM and Visa. Yeah, that's about right. I'm on a bootleg stream, though, so I shouldn't complain. Hey, this stream has commercials. What do you mean, this stream? Where are you watching it? Hey, what should the Czech defense have done to avoid that goal? I mean, I think he committed way too early. The number 4? I think he went to ground way too early. Yeah, he committed way too early. The goalkeeper came off. Goalkeeper, it's hard to criticize. He's got to narrow the angle, but he should have at least tried to stay not on his feet, but on his knees. He kind of went onto his ass. Hard to criticize, though. It's a really nice cut, and then he just lobbed it over the keeper. So, all right, what is the schedule for you and TAC tomorrow? Great question, Frank. So I'm gonna do Bosnia, Canada, live watch along. TAC will join us for that as well. And then for the US game, we're gonna go an hour before the game, 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll go live on Tactical Manager TV. The whole pregame for an hour, live watch along will be at TAX, and then the postgame for an hour 15 will be on 11 Yanks. So, what is this? PS Pete, there are commercials on your stream and it cuts your voice off while the commercial. There's commercials on this stream? Like YouTube ads? No, 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 no. That's not good. How do I change that? Are you all seeing these commercials, or is it just American Auto Transport seeing this? Has anyone else seen that also? Yes. George says no. Shadowfax says no. Tony says yes. Let me go to YouTube and see if I can't fix that. Because sometimes they make that an automatic setting during your stream. Let's see if I can't turn this off. Okay, wait. Chechia has a commercial. Has a goal kick here. Let me see if I can change that somewhere. Because I don't like that at all. Oh, you know what I can do? I think I can change it here. Live. Manage videos. All right, it's 1-1 here. Let me go change this for you guys. I'm on free YouTube and I do not see ads. I guess some people are going to see it and some won't. They show up below your stream. What? All YouTube lives have ads. Yes, YouTube gotten worse with ads, but how do I turn it off? I'm sure there's a way to turn it off. They usually give you an option to turn it off. Let me go to the actual stream on YouTube itself and see if I can turn it off there. Hit the like button if you haven't already, guys. Okay, monetization. Here we go. Has it set to... Oh, no, that's mid-roll ads. Frequency? But that's just for mid-roll ads. But that's for the post-game. I don't know if I can change it. Let me do this, guys. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll double check. Before I go live with the Canada-Bosnia stream, I'll double check and make sure we're turning off YouTube ads during the live stream. It might show them in the replay if you watch the replay, but not for the live stream. I don't want that. I have YouTube Premium, and honestly, worth the money. No ads on videos and live streams. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad, but I don't know if it's an automatic thing, though, or if they give me an option to turn it off. I'll check before the Bosnia. Oh, my God. Whew. South Korea almost got pressed. The goalie almost got pressed on the goal line. Yeah, I'll double check that tomorrow. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize I had to go do something. They must just do it automatic unless you change it. I'll find a way to change it in the morning. All right, let's see if I missed any super chats here. Vespigo. Thanks, Pete, for running the live stream. Do you think a 1-1 score puts pressure on Mexico in their next match? Well, they both got a 1-1 score means South Korea really has to win that game or wants to win that game to top the group. That becomes the fight for the battle of the group if this ends up 1-1. I think that's going to be an interesting game. Mexico, South Korea will be interesting. Czechia versus South Africa, I don't know how interesting that's going to be. But Mexico, South Korea, they play very similar. I don't think Mexico's really under pressure because they already got 3 points. So even if they get a draw with South Korea, it's still very good for Mexico. Once you get 3 points in the opening game, the pressure is off, So we'll see. But yeah, come hang because the Bosnia Canada live stream is also going to serve as kind of a tailgate for the US game. We'll talk a lot about the US game. We'll hang, we'll talk, we'll give our predictions there. So that'll be a lot of fun. All right, free kick for Czechia here. 14 minutes to go. I don't know, guys. I have a feeling this is going to end 1-1. Let's see what Czechia can do here. All right, free kick from the left-hand side, and this is where Chechia are dangerous, in the air. Oh my God, Czechia scored. 2-1. 2-1, Czechia scored. Oh my God, what happened to the live chat? Is it gone? The live chat just froze. No, offside. Off. Wait, let me see that again. Yeah, offside. They're saying offside. Ah, the live chat just updated. There it is. Yeah, he's off. He's off. That looked a little too easy. He's definitely off. Yeah. Schick. Dang, that would not have been good for Korea. All right, it's still 1-1, and there's just over 10 minutes to go, guys. I predicted this game would end 1-1, and so far, my prediction looking pretty good. That'll be 2 out of 2 for me with World Cup predictions. That was very close. It was close. He was maybe 6 inches offside. 6 inches to a foot offside at most. Yeah, did the chat freeze for you guys too? It froze for me. All right, so Korea dodges a bullet there. Long goal kick for Korea. Someone says Czechs have no tactics but set pieces and being tall. Yeah, I mean, they're taking advantage of what they have, right? And especially against a team. Oh, nice play. Oh, he's through. Ah, headed over. Good cross. Headed away by Czech. Yeah, it seemed to freeze for all of you guys too. Long what? Oh, settles it. Settles it. Crossed. Easy catch. Not a good cross. Easy catch for the keeper. All right. Nervy game. Yeah, Czechia's looked okay. They've looked okay. Back to the keeper. Long ball. Korea wins it back. Down the right. Oh, beautiful ball over the top. No one's marking him in the box. Goal. 2-1, Korea. 2-1. Korea with the comeback. Wow. Beautiful ball over the top. Good cross. Good finish. Korea with the comeback. Dang. Whew. Pete, why are you watching a bootleg stream? I'm not watching a bootleg stream. I'm watching on Peacock. I'm watching on Peacock. 2-1. Oh, try to keep the clock visible. My bad. My bad. There you go. Wow. 2-1. That makes this group very interesting now because it's going to be Mexico and Korea fighting it out for supremacy of this group. Beautiful finish. Heung on Besiktas. Not going to lie, had no idea who that is. No idea who that was. Good finish. Oh, nicely done. All right. Korea goal. You are 10 minutes behind. I'm not 10 minutes behind. I am. So on Peacock, it's 81-18. I'm currently at 80-47. So I'm about 30 seconds behind the play. But tomorrow I'm getting a antenna. So I'll be able to watch it on cable with you guys. This game's definitely been a lot better than the Mexico-South Africa game. A lot better. No, it's not the same guy who scored the first goal. The first goal was Heung. All right, throw in for Czechia. Not saying much, LOL. Oh, the time wasting has begun. The cramping has begun. Here we go. Another ad on YouTube. All right, guys, I'm going to make sure to turn this off or find out where I can turn it off before tomorrow's stream with Canada, okay? Another long throw. Oh my God, what a save. What a save. Oh, what a save. Tlozek with the shot. Korea's keeper near post. 1v1 save. Really well done. That was a great save. Kufao told the guy to get up. All right, corner for Chechia. They could still equalize here. Corner, lofts it in, heads it away. Free kick. Free kick for Chechia because of holding in the box. Ref warned him he'd have to go off for 1 minute. Cramp cleared up. Yeah, that's actually a good rule. In some ways, the 1 minute. Oh, that's a really good save. Right through his legs, was bouncing, and he just stuck a hand out. Really well done. That could have been 2-2. What is the streaming schedule from Saturday on for the tournament? So I know on Saturday, let me tell you, we know the next few days, but we haven't planned out the entire. A lot of it too, guys, depends. If you guys show up for streams, we'll do more and more streams. It's like the more of you that are here and you want us to keep doing it, we'll keep doing it, right? Like there's been almost 600 people in the chat this entire time. That's a great reason to do a stream. So I'm going to do Canada and Bosnia tomorrow. We'll both obviously do the US. We're not doing Qatar, Switzerland. It's just not going to be a fun game. Tax going to do Brazil, Morocco Saturday, and then I'm going to do either Haiti, Scotland, or Australia, Turkey. Probably Australia, Turkey, but Australia, Turkey is going to be late, 9 p.m. Pacific. That means midnight if you're on the East Coast. And then Sunday, I'm going to do Netherlands, Japan, and Tack is going to do Ivory Coast, Ecuador. Monday's going to be wait and see. Tack's probably going to do Uruguay, and I might do either Belgium, Egypt, or Spain, Cabo Verde. And then the rest will sort of play by ear. Anybody on the East Coast who's going to be staying up? Because I'll do that Australia-Turkey game. It's a good game to watch and to scout our opponents. If you guys are staying up for it on the East Coast, let me know. If you're going to stay up for that game, I'll definitely do a live watch-along for it, because that's our group. YouTube changed sub service. Maybe they changed ads too. I don't know. This is weird to me. This is the first time I'm hearing of this. It must be something new they added. I'll check it out tomorrow before the stream, so you guys don't have to deal with that shit. I'll stay up for Turkey game on East Coast. I'll be up. Me, East Coaster here, staying up. I'll be watching. We sickos, of course. All right, we're doing it. Let's go. Turkey versus Australia, 9 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. All right, here comes Chechia, 84th minute. Yeah, it's a Saturday. That's a fair point. Only 282 likes, guys. Hit the like button. We have almost 600 people here. Let's get it to at least 400 likes. It helps other people to find the stream. It helps YouTube push it out there, and it helps the channels to grow. So yeah, if there's nothing else you can do to support the channel, hit that like button. Also, speaking of supporting the channel, yeah, Pablo Nedved was watching. Did you see that from the stands? Pablo Nedved was there. What a player, man. What a player. The OGs know Pablo Nedved. Pete, thanks for the stream. I like it. I love it. You're very welcome. Thanks for hanging. This is fun. You guys are my people to watch soccer with, because nobody in my family cares about soccer. So you guys are my peeps. Oh, here come Korea again. That's out. Goal kick. I'll be watching from Santa Cruz, California. Cool. We'll do a live stream if people are up, for sure. Or a live watch along. All right. Let me quickly plug the Patreon here for 1 second, guys, and then I'll bring FOTMob back. You guys have not yet checked it out. Now is your chance. For just $3 a month, that's less than a cup of coffee, you can join the Patreon. We just did a live stream on Patreon Wednesday night, a live Q&A. So let me pull it up here. So this is the recorded video for the live Patreon where I basically went live and answered a bunch of questions. And then, of course, we have, the Germany breakdown, 30 minutes, the Senegal breakdown. There's going to be a Paraguay breakdown. I'm going to try to do weekly live streams just for the Patreon. So check it out if you haven't already. The first tier starts at $3. The biggest tier is $20 if you're a billionaire. But check it out. That's my plug for Patreon. Let's get the FOT mob back on. Oh, look, everyone's putting their city in the chat. Who we got? Everyone say where you're from. It's almost 11 outside Chicago. I'd be sleeping if the World Cup /P was not live. We got LA, Milpitas, California, Connecticut, Belgium, Fort Myers, Florida, Hartford, Sin City, Vegas, San Antonio, Virginia, Norwich, Connecticut, England, Massachusetts, Bulgaria, Dallas, Newport, SoCal, Phoenix, Pasadena. I used to live in Pasadena. Vanuatu. I don't know if I believe you. It's Vanuatu. What's the difference between the $4 and the $20? So for the World Cup, the $20, you get the same as the $8 one. Basically, it's more just if you really want to support the channel and you're a multimillionaire and $20 is nothing to you. But the $3 one, typically outside of World Cup times, you get the weekly, all the goals and assists from USMNT players with their clubs, both in MLS and abroad. And you get like player comps. Sometimes I'll put player comps. This is how so-and-so played. In fact, I'm probably going to put Kevin Sullivan's comp against Ivory Coast because that was a very good one. I might upload that tomorrow morning or after the stream. And then usually the post-game breakdowns for all U.S. games, under 17 World Cup, U20 games, that usually starts at $5. But for the World Cup, I'm giving that to the $3 as well because I want you guys to experience the Patreon and to see the benefits of it. So it's just on a special discount, so go check it out if you want. We have people from everywhere: New Jersey, State College, PA, Beaumont, Texas, Japan, South Jordan, Utah, North Dakota, Tampa, Florida. Cliche Robot is from Japan. Are you Japanese, Cliche Robot? Honolulu, New Orleans. I love New Orleans. France, Iowa, New York, Oklahoma City, Reppin, Sacramento, Sonoma County. I love Sonoma County. New Jersey, NYC, Houston, New Orleans, Orange County. Let's go. Orange County. I've been going to Orange County games. They're hella fun. Jakarta. Wow. Tupelo, Mississippi. Damn, we're all from all over the place. We are from all over the place here. Why can't I talk today? Hit that like button, guys. Please stream. Watching on Peacock, listening here. Will do, Zach. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be a fun World Cup. Hopefully the U.S. doing well makes it even more fun. We are a minute. Let's see how much extra time they're giving here. +6. I think there's going to be a lot of added time just because of the hydration breaks. The hydration breaks alone are like 3 minutes. Yeah, 6 minutes of added time. South Korea. Someone's like Jeff's basement. Nicaragua. Just as another ad stops your stream. Don't worry, guys. It won't be a problem tomorrow. Possum Trot, Tennessee. Let's go. Damn, we're really from all over the place. Is there anybody from Wyoming in the chat? Let me know if you're from Wyoming in the chat. Oh, we just got a new Patreon subscriber. Thank you, Carlos, for joining the Patreon while still in the live chat. If anybody wants to join the Patreon, it's in the description below. So check that out. KC, Nicaragua. Is the chat freezing when it goes to the ad? That might be the problem with the ad. That might be the problem with the chat. It's the ad that freezes it. Of course, because of course it is. Because of course it is. Timor-Leste plus Greenland. You're in Timor-Leste in Indonesia and Greenland at the same time. I'm not worried about the ads anyway, Pete. I'd still come and watch your channel, dude. You guys have great content, you and Tack. Well, thank you, but I don't want it to ruin the watch-along experience. This is supposed to be a hang. It's like friends hanging, and if you have to see an ad in the middle of a watch-along, it ruins the experience. So I'm going to turn that off. I'll find a way to turn it off before the Canada game. I don't even know how. I never turned anything on for ads, so I don't know why YouTube put that. I'm an Indian living in Japan. Ah, welcome. What part of India, Cliche Robot? I lived in India for 7 years. All right, 2-1. We're in added time. This game is going to end any minute now. Czech's first sub was a 7-foot lumberjack. You are my savior for watching FIFA in Japan. It does not stream here live? Wait, they're not showing the World Cup in Japan? All the games on local TV? You gotta be kidding me. All right, long goal kick for South Korea. Straight out goal kick for Chechia. 2-1. Long goal kick for Chechia. Back and forth. Another long one from Chechia. Oh my God. Here comes Chechia. Are they through? No. Cuts it back. Shot. Great save. A little soft there. A little soft there, but good save. Good save. He had to adjust. He sort of scuffed that shot. He could have hit that a lot harder than he did. All right, here comes Korea. Just hold the ball, guys. You've got 3 minutes. Hold the ball. Get the win. Don't risk giving up another chance like that. All right, Steve, thanks for joining the Patreon. Okay, here comes Korea again. 2v2. Oh, come on. Just whacked it against the defender. The real Akash Singh. Well, I was born and raised in Thailand. So that's on my parents. My parents were working there. And then I studied in the UK. And then I was coaching in India. I worked for Arsenal soccer schools in India. And then after that, I traveled a lot in the region, Nepal. I was in the Middle East for a little bit. And then Chicago in the US. So yeah, been good. It's been a fun life. Now I'm in Los Angeles doing my thing. All right, 2 minutes left in this game. 2 minutes left. Oh, did I say Chechia? Chechnya? It's not Chechnya. Czechia, my bad. Czechia. Yeah, the second half's been a lot better. Both teams are definitely gassed. Sucks for Czechia because they gave up 2 goals they really shouldn't have, but Korea's been the better team. They eked out the win, and it's going to be fun. Free kick in the box. I don't think Korea are dark horse to go very far, but they're definitely going to get out of the group. I think they're going to get out of this group. They're going to do well. I don't think they're going to make a semifinal or anything, but they'll be a fun team to watch. Similar to the US. Well, Korea put up a good fight against Mexico. They might be better than Mexico. Honestly, from what I've seen today, Korea looks like the better team. They look like a better team. They've just had struggles finishing, right? And they came up against a very physical, tall Czechia side. So against Mexico, it's going to be a bit of a different game. And also, no Cesar Montes. No Cesar Montes in that game. So that's going to be really interesting to see how Mexico deals with that. Long ball. Oh, first yellow card for Giyuk. Giyuk, is that his name? Czechia looked like a better team versus Mexico. Mexico has more creative ability and is more technical than Czechia, but I can see Czechia causing Mexico problems. That Korea-Mexico game is going to be fire. No, you're right. Mexico wasn't that great. South Africa was awful. Mexico was not that great. They'll put Edson back there. Yeah, it's probably going to be Edson. That's my guess, too. Heading it down. Keep on going here. I'm not from LA, Carlos, but I live here. Ooh, Czechia has a last minute. Oh, he scuffed it. Scuffed it. Korea clear their lines. Ref blows the whistle. Full time. Korea win 2. Korea 2, Chechia 1. So Korea are second in the group on goal difference because Mexico has a +2. Korea has a +1. Chechia and South Africa have 0 points, but Chechia are slightly ahead of South Africa. Wow, they look gassed. Both teams are on their knees. Everybody looks gassed. Big game. That was fun. Thanks for hanging, guys. Like I said, I'll sort out the issues with the ads tomorrow before the Canada-Bosnia game, but come hang for that because that's going to be a lot of fun. Tack's going to be here too. What's good, Pete? Long time no see. Good to see you, man. Happy FIFA World Cup Day. Don't forget, I don't root it on any team, only just having fun. All are welcome. Whoever you root for, all are welcome. All right, guys, that was fun. Have a great rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow morning for Canada-Bosnia. And then don't forget, USA versus Paraguay. The World Cup started. It's here. I'm feeling the fever. See you all soon.